Hi guys, it's Mike from Inside the Magic, continuing my series on Halloween haunts for this season. Like I said at the end of my last video, I did something called The Rope a couple nights ago, and The Rope is not so much a haunt as it is a kind of an interactive theater experience. And the closest thing that I've done to this before was Delusion. And Delusion, if you've done it in LA, is one of the most impressive events like this that I've ever experienced. So Delusion is a really, really high bar to compare any other experience to. This is definitely in the same category. The Rope is in the same category as Delusion, but it's not quite as impressive. Again, it's going to be very, very difficult for any of these interactive theater experiences to come even close to what Delusion did, at least when I did it a couple years ago. That being said, I consider this type of experience to be in a different category than your average haunt. It takes a lot more work to put it together. It takes a lot more preparation, and the actors and production design team involved all contribute a tremendous amount of effort into assembling this kind of experience. The Rope is cool. If Delusion is an A+, I would give The Rope probably an A- or a B+. The one thing I will say that it has going for it that I really appreciated was that it used its setting, its location, to great advantage. And without ruining what I mean by that, I'll just say that the ending of the entire show kind of took my breath away. It's kind of a surprise of where you end up at the end. So I'll put that aside, and then I'll start at the beginning. And I'll say that the show begins with you, the guests, waiting in an alley where they tell you to go. They'll send you an email and tell you to wait in this alley in downtown Los Angeles. And then one of the actors comes out, puts a blindfold on you, and leads you down the alley and then up into what you would later learn is a kind of a freight elevator shaft, and the story starts from there. It's very immersive. It's very, again, very well thought out. There's a lot of writing going on. I can only imagine how much pre-planning they did on this, and how much thought went into the writing. And again, the actors are excellent. And the other thing I would say about it is that it's not so much scary as it is atmospheric and immersive. It really puts you in this other world. And the other thing I would say is to be a little forewarned. There are a couple of moments where the actors get a little physical with you. I won't go into too much detail there for fear of spoiling anything, but this is one of the experiences where the actors will touch you. I initially, when I started out doing these haunts for these reviews, I wanted to restrict myself away from doing the ones where they touch you. I kind of wanted to draw the line there. But for this kind of interactive theater, it was pretty cool. It wasn't anything inappropriate, but it was something where if you have like a physical disability or any kind of medical limitations that might prevent you from doing something that I would describe as like stage fighting or if you just are completely 100% opposed to people touching you in any way, this is not the one for you. Um, but it's very cool. It was memorable. I'll never forget it. It's always just refreshing to see something that's not just a walk through maze with people jumping out and scaring you. This is totally different from that. I will say that I think if I were to do it again, I would probably approach my role in the experience a little bit differently. Um, I was told by one of the other participants afterward that kind of the more you interacted with the actors, the more you improvised and went along with them, the more you got out of the experience. And I was told before I went in by someone who'd already done it that I really had to pay attention and listen to what everyone was saying. So that's how I spent my entire experience, was kind of listening to what all the actors were saying and focusing and trying not to forget anything. And it turned out that wasn't quite as important as I was led to believe. It's more about interacting with the actors and kind of crafting the experience, making it your own. I did have a kind of a funny moment during the performance where I was asked to eat something. One of the actors told me to eat something as part of the story, and I have a lot of food allergies, where I can get really, really sick if I eat something that I'm allergic to. And I had to kind of tell the actor that I couldn't eat something without knowing exactly what it was. And the actor tried her best to stay in character and moved me along to the next story point. So I appreciated that, and I felt super dorky in that moment, knowing that I couldn't participate 100% with my food allergies. It made me sad in that moment. But The Rope, if immersive interactive theater is up your alley, definitely check it out. It's in downtown Los Angeles. It's in a creepy part of town late at night, and they definitely make you feel like you're entering another world. So that's it for this review. My name is Mike with Inside the Magic. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back with more Halloween Haunt reviews very soon.